Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Tarot time. Happy Friday. Yep, it's here. I don't know where this week went. It was just a blur. But anyway, so moving forward, I think when I come back from vacation, I might implement again, only on TikTok, a subscription program. Not a lot of money every month, but something where I'll work it out. Because I used to have it before, but that was like 5 years ago, and they've since like really changed the program so I can get very creative. I can do extended videos, maybe throw in one free a month. I got to see how I have to work it out. I have to get into nuts and bolts here. But anyway, I have my Robin Wood, but I also took out my Light Sears deck, which I like this deck. It's a beautiful deck. So I might end up using that too. Like I said, I can combine them. I could do whatever I want to do. You can get as creative as you want with tarot. Okay, so if you are new here, I am the Queen of Wands. This is Coffee and Tarot time. I am vertical today. You're like, you're making us dizzy. I am making myself dizzy too. All right, so let's see what we have. I tried it in the horizontal for a while, but ta-da! Ooh. But I felt I'm back to the old school. So let's see what we have. All right. Oh, Page of Swords. Wow, that's weird. Weird how, Queen of Wands. Because, and I'm going to be really honest with you guys, I don't read for myself. I don't, because nothing good is going to come out of it. I can't separate myself from any kind of, what I would want outcome. So I don't read for myself, but I obviously read for others. And I had just done a reading for somebody, and this card came out. So I'm like, oh, maybe it's meant for me though. But you know what? If it's a card, it's a card. I mean, you've seen, I shuffled, I fanned them, and I picked one random. What am I going to do? All right, get on with the show before you start yelling at me. Okay, so Page of Swords, messages. What kind of messages? Messages that could be a little upsetting. Swords are all about our air signs, our Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but Page of Swords is usually the cramp in the ass person, the cramp in the ass friend. They're usually something unsettling that comes in. So I can't say, oh, you got a great message coming. You got something coming in that's going to shake the apple tree. And I want to clarify it. Yeah. So it may be from a Cancer person, and it may be something that kind of inhibits you on your path. And I'll let you know in the comments over the next day or two if any of this pans out for myself, because that would be fun too. And you guys let me know too, because I know sometimes you do. You tell me how it panned out. But anyway, focus, Denise. So the Chariot's an interesting card, okay? The Chariot tells you are on the right path, but it also tells you, unless you put that harp down, pick up the reins of the unicorns, you're not going to be able to guide your chariot where it needs to go, okay? So the Chariot card is a card of Cancer, but it's also a card to tell you, you got to take control over a couple of things. So I think a message might be coming into you, and it might be upsetting, but Spirit is saying don't get too upset with it, because as long as you take control, you have more control than you think you do. You have a lot more control than you think you do. So don't get upset when it first comes in, because there's more to it. See how the Two of Cups are behind? So there's more to it. And I can give you all different scenarios, like say you applied for a job somewhere. I always go to job. Say you applied for a job and they send you an email and say, oh, we're sorry, you didn't make this cut. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you got through so many interviews, and then you're automatically like, no. But then all of a sudden another email follows it and says, but we have another position for you. So I think at first it's going to be upsetting, and you're going to feel like you have no control, which you do. But then you're going to realize there's going to be something else there that kind of comes in and saves the day. So we like that. We like saving the day, don't we? Because with the Ace of Swords, and I do have a lot of air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. With the Ace of Swords, it tells you that a conversation is headed your way. Okay. Now, maybe this is about love, and maybe you get a message from somebody who you're supposed to go on a date with, and they tell you they have to cancel, and your mind goes all different directions. You're like, oof, I bet you he's got someone, or she's got someone, or I think it's me, or whatever. And then they tell you they have to cancel, and then the next text is like, but we can reschedule. So it's that instant, oh crap, but don't lose hope and don't lose faith, because it is going to come back around. And the Ace of Swords talks about not only is something coming back around, but it's not all bad. Just because we got the first message, there's hope that more positive things are coming your way. Oh, two aces. And then with the Ace of Pentacles, it tells you what is coming your way is going to have a lot of standing power. So, what do I mean when I say that? When I get the Ace of Pentacles, that tells me something has some longevity to it. Job, relationship, money, it has longevity to it and it moves forward. Whereas, some other things are just like one hit wonders. So, this message is going to be upsetting at first, but it's going to lead to something very promising, and it's going to put you in the driver's seat, and it's going to share its wealth with you. All right, let's draw one out of lights here. See what we get here. If I get the Page of Swords, that's it. Now, I love this deck, and it'll probably last longer than I will because it's so thick, and I can only shuffle it a certain way, but it's so thick. All right, let's see. Yeah, the cards never bend, which is good, but what do we need to know for our greatest good? I'm just going to go in and grab one. 9 of Wands. Oh, I like that. So it's kind of like playing off of this one with the upsetting message. The 9 of Wands is always, to me, you make lemonade out of lemons. So if you look, this girl has all these wands, which are kind of conflicts in her life, but she's learned to use them in a proper way. Okay. And you're like, well, how do you use conflict in a proper way? Well, there's a couple of ways. I mean, number one, it gives you a life lesson you really learn. Maybe you didn't know how somebody was till the conflict, and now you have a full view of what's going on. So it tells you how to handle them. And I mean, after a while, when things happen, we just get a little bit smarter, don't we? Please tell me we do. So I like the 9 of Wands. I think it's, it holds true for a lot of people that there's going to be shit that comes into your life, and you just have to deal with the best way you can. But you know what? It's a learning experience nonetheless. So I think when all this comes down the pike, you're going to learn something very valuable, but you're also going to find out that you are in a good situation, better than you're thinking. So don't let the first card scare you. Know that there's a lot more coming down the pike to you, for you. Okay? All right, everyone. This is Coffee and Tarot time. I am the Queen of Wands. Everyone, have a great day.